check on each other and check on Aswan and all the progress and inspiration coming from our team. We are already from 3 different continents, and I guess 10 different states in the US alone. I welcome everyone and much appreciate having you. Hopefully next time we'll be able to see each other in person after this dark cloud moves away. We go back to some resemblance of normal. I appreciate everyone here. I want to thank, in particular, Professor Yacoub, Professor and we are having three of the leadership of the Foundation of Egypt, Reem Gadabra, Zina Dawar, and Gina Dazar. Thank you all for being here. Much appreciated. I also want to thank Wael for unbelievable efforts in putting this first event, virtual event together. And I will actually turn it to Wael now to discuss the program a little bit, and then we'll start with progress in Aswan and the team. Thank you again, and hopefully we'll reconnect again a little bit later when we have a chance to celebrate and visit all our supporters. Thank you again. It's up to you now.
Thank you, Reda. Medical director for Aswan Heart Centre for 10 years, and now medical director for the Global Heart Foundation in the US. We welcome also the team from Aswan Heart Centre, sitting there in the right corner. Hello, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Much thanks to Professor Yacoub and Professor Ishaq for making this possible. Of course, our Egyptian team for really helping us very much to actually do this program with them. So I'll get into it right away. I thank all the supporters, those who are guests, who are invited guests, and everybody on social media who are all integral part of the Magdi Yacoub success and support. Without you, we could not do what we are doing. So we depend on your support all the time. Set some rules for those who are not on social media, visitors who are actually invited in the Zoom meeting. I'll have to read a little bit. I don't want to forget anything. So please, although you're not on the screen now, keep logged on, and the time that you will be participating, you'll automatically come on the screen. If the connection drops for any reason, just log in again and keep following, and then you will find yourself in about half an hour, 40 minutes or so being called, each group at a time, to give you space and time to interact with both Professor Yacoub and Professor Ishaq. When you are, Reda will take care of coordinating this part with guests. And once you're on the screen, Reda will be asking you by name to start your conversation with both professors and Ishaq. At that time, please, if you would like, introduce yourself, and then you have about 2 to 3 minutes. A lot of guests, so please do not take a long time. Again, we thank you all, both our invitees and strong supporters we are celebrating today, and all our supporters from social media, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and so I'll leave it at that. I hope I didn't forget anything, because I really can't read my writing as usual. We'll pick up as we go. And Professor Ishaq and Professor Yacoub, I'll pass the microphone to you. Please tell us where we are now in Aswan, how are what is the future?
Well, can I just put another rule?
Yes.
Uh, to discriminate between the two Magdi, so can we agree to use the Prof as referring to Magdi Yacoub and Magdi without any title as referring to me? So we have the Prof Magdi, and this way to avoid any confusion, if that's okay. Are you?
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
So I'll leave it up to you, Prof, and Magdi and Aswan Heart team to start your discussions. Give us a brief. What's happening in Aswan now? Where are we going? What our numbers are, and take it from there. Go ahead.
May I start, please? Thank you, Wael. I'll can be very brief. I also want to echo what Dr. Wael have just said, that we owe a lot to our supporters. Aswan would not be there without the supporters. So thank you, supporters, whoever is there tonight, and those who are not there. And as requested by Wael, I will be very brief in saying about what's happening in Aswan, where are we now, and where are we going in the future. As you all know, COVID has really hit us hard. However, since the beginning, that is in February, Aswan Heart Centre almost had to stop activity, but at the same time we started a very active program in the lab, and I really have to recognize the efforts of the research team, where we had allocated real-time PCR machines with the help of Dr. Magdi and others. We doubled the amount of research activity dedicated to test all the staff, all the patients, repeatedly, regardless of symptoms and regularly. We have some data on that. This has been very helpful because we...
Prof, can I interrupt you a minute? Magid, if you can hear us, I think there is a problem with the sound.
I can hear you very well.
Yeah, there is a problem of the sound on social media. So we have to comments. Beam has been monitoring social media, Facebook and YouTube. So there's a problem with the sound there. Please fix it. And sorry to interrupt you, Prof. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Dr. Magdi Yacoub, can you mute yourself because you're the only one not muted, and apparently this is affecting the whole audio call. So everyone else is...
Yeah, keep Dr. Magdi on the
He
call.
can,
Ah, I see.
he can,
People are saying it's because he's not muted that that's affecting
he
it.
can interrupt the call.
Yeah, sorry for this technical glitch. It's our first trial for broadcast, so bear with us. We're doing our best.
So let me carry on. This policy of detecting early any positive people and acting on it in terms of isolation and tracing the source as well as the contact has paid off in a big way. In that, following about a month and a half, 2 months of hardly any activity in the center because of high incidence of, I have slides but I'm not going to show slides, of COVID in the staff and the patient. This went down and allowed us to go back to almost full activity. And I have the slides to show them in terms of going back, treating patients, both pediatric and adults, both the emergencies and elective. So, because as everybody knows, people were dying of other causes than COVID, particularly heart disease. So you will be proud to hear that Aswan Heart Centre, with your support, is back to almost full activity in terms of both service, training, and research. The research activity this year has been a bumper year. We have about 24 peer-reviewed publications in international centers. Some of that is due to the fact that during this period of inactivity in the center, there was active communication between the scientists. And we look forward to the future with optimism. You see the staff of the Aswan Heart Centre sitting there, and they have been incredibly instrumental in everything which was done and achieved. So thank you, staff. Thank you, everybody. And I'll stop here.
Thank you, Prof. And Magdi?
Okay, well, thank you very much. I mean, there is a very important guiding principle for any kind of work, either research or treating patients or training new generation or apprenticeship. And this actually is a very important principle because the Prof keep talking about quality, 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 quality. And he never really get tired of saying quality. And so we adopted a phrase which was really written 2,300 years ago. When Aristotle said, when they asked him about excellence. So Aristotle said, excellence is the norm of what we do. So that's Aswan, really. Excellence is the norm of what we do. Is our job how to improve on it. So we continue to improve. And the truth is, this team, which will be speaking shortly to all of you, is really what makes Aswan ticks. That's what makes the quality, and that's what makes the training and the apprenticeship and the fellowship and everything in Aswan, as you can see from the figures. The truth is not just only the quality, it's the quantity as well, because the quality of the volume of we produce yearly, if we put COVID aside, where that really affected the whole world, not just Aswan, the number is fantastic. And we will have a chance to talk to you about what we do and the complexity and all that issues. I just want to give a brief introduction, very brief one, why we are moving and expanding. People can say, okay, you get 100 bed in Aswan and they're doing a fantastic job and they're doing this quality. But extension of this service and this quality, it became a must, it became a necessity, because basically the demand on our service from those who need it and receive it completely free at point of delivery, thanks to all the generous donors, have increased by 3-fold. And when we start to talk about the new centers, we'll discuss with you how we went to McKinsey, who did a visibility studies. So everything was studied. Nothing really came because people said, we want to expand. At that, I really leave the frontline troop and the hard work, really the team in Aswan to talk. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Magdi. We will now move to the Aswan group. Dr. Afifi, I see you there. Do you have the mic? Can you hear me, Ahmed? Dr. Ahmed Afifi, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Magid, are you there? So we're now watching a movie of Aswan Heart Center, and I'll just talk to Magid and let him put the mic on for the Aswan. Yes, the mic is there. Magid, yes. Can you put mic on بتاع Aswan Heart Center عشان
Hi, Dr. Wael.
يسمعونا؟
Can you hear me now?
I want them to, yeah, and they need to hear us كمان. هم مش سامعيننا الظاهر. Ahmed, Dr. Ahmed Afifi.
Hi, Dr. Wael. We can hear you very well. Are you able to hear us?
يا احنا مش سامعينهم يا مان.
حد يشوف ده؟
Okay, so Ahmed,
Hi,
can you hear
Dr.
us?
Wael. Can you hear me now?
لا الصوت ضعيف قوي.
No, now they can.
Is that
We
any
can
better?
see, and that's even better than talking.
Yeah, so we put a movie about the Aswan Heart Center. We can, because of time,
Dr. Wael,
we can move now to
Dr. Wael, can you hear me?
moving of movie بتاعت new center يا ماجد. Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Wael, can you hear me?
Yeah. ثانية واحدة يا ماجد. أحمد عفيفي.
Dr. Wael.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
You can. That's great.
Can you hear good, Prof? Can you tell us about the Heart Team program and the numbers in Aswan?
Well, we're all here in Aswan. This is our half of our auditorium. That's where we're sitting. We've had an average day today in the center. So we have two operating theaters here. In the morning, we did an arterial switch operation, which was followed by a mitral and tricuspid valve repair for a rheumatic patient. And in the other room, can you hear me?
How to sync.
كمل. فيفي.
Yes? Hello?
Sorry, we'll go to the next section. We'll talk about a new hospital, Dr. Ishaq.
Right, can you just put the movie and
Yeah.
and freeze it a bit about the new hospital, please? It will take me 10 to 12 minutes to talk about it. Do you want me to reduce it or just?
Yeah, please go ahead. We will put the.
All right, can we have the movie on the new hospital, please? Right, as I was saying earlier, the demand on the current Aswan Center have increased by 3 to 4 folds. So we commissioned McKinsey to do a visibility study for us about the needs and the demand. And basically, they came up with the answer that, yes, we need to expand, and there's a great demand on the kind of service we are providing. Out of that, the board have to answer 2 questions. What the size of the new development of the new center and where to locate it. And the board discussed that very thoroughly. The question to answer about the size of it was actually virtually was answered by the feasibility study. So we decided to go for 300 beds, which we will talk about later in details. And these 300 beds just meet our demand within Egypt and the sub-Saharan Africa and some patients from the Gulf and the Middle East in general. The second question really, which was very essential and very important, basically, where to build the new centers. And that took a lot of discussion and a lot of study to compare, should we do it in Aswan, where we have a beautiful site overlooking the Nile, or should we do it in Cairo? And basically, in doing that study, we'll govern with three important components. One, the geography of Egypt. And those who know Egypt is a long stretch from the Mediterranean, and it goes in a linear and it ends at Aswan. With the distance between Cairo and Aswan is about 1,000 kilometers. So the board decided that Aswan, of course, will continue as it is to serve this part of Upper Egypt and to make it very accessible for people who come from the Delta or they come from Cairo or Alexandria or all that area to base so they don't have to travel for 1,200 kilometers. We decided that Cairo will be more accessible. And also, Cairo will be more accessible in terms of conferences, in terms of meeting and helping the demand either in treating or training some of our colleagues or our patients from the sub-Saharan Africa, which is a very important issue and close to our heart in terms of the service. So we were lucky basically to find the site in west of Cairo in October City, which is about really few kilometers west of the pyramids, and it's actually overlooking the pyramids. And in the same time, the new museum, as they call it, the Great Museum of Cairo. And very importantly, and that's what really captured the heart and the imagination of the Prof, it is next door to Whale City for Science and Technology, which enable us to have a close interaction with such a great scientific place. So that's have been decided, and we acquired nearly 36 acres of ground to build the new hospital. Now, looking at the new hospital, and if you can freeze the whole picture just now, go back and okay, that you show it only. This is really the footprint, and yes, just freeze it there for a minute. The footprint of the whole hospital is about 20,000 square meters and built in a basement and 4 floors. Really give you total square meter of this hospital of 96,000 square meter. And if America, if you're working in the square footage, this is 1,550,000 square foot. So basically, it is a great and big project, both engineering and aesthetically and design and everything. So have decided on that. There was a question really, who should design it? And we looked at different designer and we asked it for submission of the design. And Lord Foster, who is one of the top architect and acquaintance of the Prof, they meet in the High Lords and Sirs meetings, was chosen and was a very successful choice. And from Egypt, we got the local people, Dar, who is #1 regional architect and mechanical engineering. And this combination between Foster, one of the top 10 designer in the world, and Dar have really produced what you see just now. And I can assure you, I mean, I can talk about it for ages because it took us 1.5 years to design it. And basically, we know every square foot inside it. It really is designed in such way to provide the best healing environment for the patient and the best quality service to the patient, and with maintaining their dignity and privacy to the highest. And in terms of the staff, the environment is very conducive to have very productive staff. So you wake up in the morning and you really can't wait till you are in the hospital because the environment is so fantastic and very conducive. Of course, we have this problem with in the first site we were overlooking the Nile, so we decided to create a huge diagnostic center and laboratory and echo and whatever you can imagine you need for providing a first-class quality cardiac service. In that building as well, in the ground floor, there is 4,500 square meter for research purposes and is being designed by one of the top lab designers. You move out of all of that, we have an emergency center which will take all the will deal with the primary coronary care when people have a heart attacks and they really come. And this experiment, this work which we've been doing in Aswan have been very fantastic. And the time really from admission to catheter, how many minutes, Gindi? Gindi?
I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Door to balloon.
54
minutes. 55.
Yeah. So this is really better than a lot of center in UK and to it in this. Remember, I'm talking about 20 square meter. So we have the theater and the cath lab complex, and next door to it, you have 120 beds of intensive care facility. So basically from theater to intensive care in the same floor and vice versa. The intensive care facility is divided into 8 small units of 15 each, and it caters for anything from neonate to coronary care to adult intensive care facility is really, and all the adult intensive care facility are in single rooms, and the children is rather more an open, and the neonate are open because we needed to provide more closer and direct. Have said that seeing is believing, really. Now you move into from that into the 3rd floor. Now, what I really needed to say, we told the designer, the Prof and I said to the designer that we're not building another hospital. That, get it out of your mind. If you think we're building another hospital, we're not. We're building a center. okay, building a facility. And this center, basically, we told the architect we needed to provide quality treatment, training, education, and apprenticeship, three, research. So when you move into the second floor, I talked about the ground, the first and the second. The second floor really have the innovation center on 5 square meter, and it have the education and apprenticeship center, which is really in another 20 square meter. And then we have the canteen and the restaurant and the recreation facility for the staff and the visitor, and some of the patients who are well off. And finally, we have the admin block. And I really can't buzz the admin block very easy without remembering the famous word for the prof. When those of you who visited the Imperial, when you go through the glass building, in the left-hand side, there is a blue building, and on the right-hand side, there's a glass green building. And in the blue building is the whole administration of the Imperial College. And you walk in, and the prof comment to me, and I will never forget, you know who's in there in the blue building? I said, no. And he said, that's the KGB, as reference to the admin. So, so we have a whole floor, 1/3 of the floor in the, sorry, one quarter of the third floor is for the admin building, including the medical director office, just to cheer you up so you can come back. Basically, after that, you really go to the third floor. Rooms and very little in double rooms. And then you have the genuine part. If you see the building, can I see the picture again? The roof. Can we see it? Well, can we put the picture again?
I will call them. We'll have the picture now.
Okay. The very special feature is, and that's really what Foster came up, which was aesthetically looks fantastic. It looks like the Dramadella design in Australia, but it's not. And these things house underneath it a massive space of recreational space, which we really will provide all sorts of roof garden, if you want to call it, and it is covered roof garden. So it will be, and this coverage is actually environmentally friendly, because in the cold weather it heats, and in the hot weather it cools automatically without using any kind of energy. Now, we already started. Can we have the bit where the building construction? To save time in this, we went for two-stage tender. We already, about 8 months ago, started to put the foundation. So this is not just talk, it's not hypothetical. It is here to see, and there is a fantastic picture, which video, which will really make you, give you a feeling of how big and how nice the, do I have it?
Yes, we have it.
Here we are. Can you start it from the beginning? As you're looking now into the foundation, and this huge foundation is really 20 1,000 square meter of foundation. That's already started and took 8 months to complete, and it will be complete by the end of this month, October, where we will start the new, the second stage, which putting the building together. I'm not going to bore you and tell you how many ton of steels and how many ton of cement or whatever it is been used, but as you can see, it is a huge. But there is one feature of this hospital which I really like to tell you about. It doesn't matter where you are. We have enough scar lab. Natural light goes everywhere in the building, and that's the process looking from the top building into the pyramid. That's about the new. I'm happy to take any question, but the question really, which most of you, that's why we are here, want to know how much all of that will cost, right? If I say it quickly, it may go to finish that, right? If I say it quickly, it may go to finish that with equipment and everything. It will cost about 210 to 220 million dollars to complete. So that's between 210 to 220. By the end of the November, we'll have the final tender, so we'll be able to know the exact. But our estimate of 210 is not really, is very close with maybe 2 to 3% margin of error. So you may say that, are you looking to raise 210 over a period of 3 years? The answer to that, no, because basically we have in our fund available, so either the money we got from Egypt or the money we got from Dubai, there's about $140 million, and I shouldn't be saying all that exactly, but it represents 70% of the money we need. So what really we needing, and that's the crucial issue, is to raise another between 70 to 80 million dollars over the next 3 years, and then voila, we have a complete center. I must emphasize the point, which was extreme condition of the Prof to give his seal of approval, that both current Aswan and the new center will be working simultaneously, and the new center will not in any form or shape cause any issue or problem or distract from what current Aswan is providing. He had this promise in writing. Actually, he had this promise in blood before he signed on. At that stage, I talked enough, and I leave it at that and take any questions.
Prof, do you have any comments?
No, I think he said it all. It's very ambitious, and as Magdi quite rightly has shown, that quality is something we insist on, and we are slightly worried about how we can continue to maintain the same quality which is currently in Aswan at all levels, and that the answer to that has been is to stage things rather than ever jeopardize quality, or indeed, as Magdi quite rightly said, interfere with the current Aswan, which has to continue as it is and expand because it is the mother of everything. So it is very ambitious, as you have seen from Magdi's excellent, incredible presentation about every detail. But we need the support of the donors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Okay, I'll invite two people you really like, Prof. Dr. Ismail Hamamsi and Hisham Sadiq from the USA. They want to say hi, they want to drop a hello, and they heard about the new Aswan and they're all excited. Ismail, we'll start with you. Can you introduce yourself and start the dialogue?
Hi, Ismail. Nice to see you.
Hi, Dr. Hi, Prof. How are you?
Good, good, lovely.
It's really great to see you. Well, thank you for the for having me here today, and thank you for organizing this, Mr. Athanasios, and the entire team. It's a pleasure to be with you. My name is, just for those who don't know, is Ismail Hamamsi. I had the privilege of training under Professor Yacoub in London for 4 years, from 2006 to 2010. I did a PhD with him at Harefield, and his influence on me has impacted my practice, both from a surgical standpoint and research-wise, in a tremendous way. But more importantly, as a person, as a doctor, and as a human being, I've been very privileged to work with Prof and to learn from him, and to his teachings have really been instrumental in everything going forward. I'm not, again, going back, I'm a heart surgeon. I do aortic surgery, which was Professor Yacoub's, one of his very many areas of expertise, and where he left a huge mark in the field of cardiac surgery. And I'm now the director of aortic surgery at Mount Sinai Hospital. Again, all of this would have been impossible without his help. But I've also been very lucky to participate in the early days of Aswan. And in 2009, when we went together for the very first, doing the very first cases, it was very still very early steps, a lot of teething problems. And over the years, to see where Aswan is today, which is a real state-of-the-art facility from a clinical care, from a surgical care, as well as from a research standpoint, it really is fascinating to see the everything that was done over the last 10 years. And this is in no small part due to the incredible team in Aswan, led by Mohammed Zakaria, the director, but also by the doctors, Afifi and Gindi, to name only a few, who have become very close friends and family to me over the years. And the last thing I will say to keep it brief again, is it's, again, I'm tremendously honored to have been invited to this event today. This is a really worthy cause. I've been to Aswan very many times, and I'm very hopeful that the new hospital will be erected in time, and will continue to serve the underserved in Egypt. There's a real need for that. And you can see the wall behind me. I'm in my office at Sinai right now. And it's just to tell you how dear to my heart Aswan is. This is the only picture I have in my office, and it's a picture of the Nile in Aswan, which I think is the most beautiful place and most majestic and peaceful place one can find on this in this planet right now. But anyways, again, thank you so much for having me, Prof. It's great to see you, and Dr. Magdi, great to see you as well. I hope to see you again in person once the world goes round again. And to everyone in Aswan, the whole team, great seeing you, everyone.
The last time I met you, Ismail, you were single and you were working in Canada. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah, things have.
You are married, a daddy, and Mount Sinai.
Twice.
Yeah, twice a father now.
Twice a father.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hisham Sadiq, can you come in? You're muted.
Yes, hi, Wael.
Hi, Hisham.
Hi, Prof. Hi, Dr. Magdi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invitation. It's really a privilege to be here. My name is Hisham Sadiq. I'm a professor of cardiology and molecular biology at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center. In addition to my clinical work as a cardiologist, my lab studies how to heal the heart after injury, which a term called cardiac regeneration. And I've been inspired by Prof since before I can remember, before I went to medical school, and I was privileged to meet him and get to know him a few years ago. And I'm just going to talk a bit about the quality of research at Aswan, which will be continued in the new center. Prof and his team have been really very productive, not by standards of the Middle East, by standards, international standards of research. As a testament to that, Dr. Prof's group is part of an international renowned award. It's called the Leduc Foundation Award in collaboration with my lab and 6 other groups worldwide. And they receive funding in addition to other groups to study how you can heal the heart after injury and how you can regenerate the heart. And the quality of research that has been conducted so far and what I've seen is tremendous, and I'm very proud to be part of that effort.
Thank you, Hisham. Prof Magdi, do you have any messages you want to give to Hisham?
No, only to say that Hisham has been an inspiration in his own right as a leader in translational research worldwide, and collaborating with him, his group and his lab has been fantastic. Thank you, Hisham. And thank you, also Ismail. Is an incredible phenomenon in his own right, meteoric rise. Since the days he was at Harefield, he inspired and impressed every creature. Being yourself and continuing to contribute, and hopefully in Aswan as well. Thank you both.
Afifi, do you have anything you want to, can you hear us? Do you have anything you want to say to your aortic valve colleague, Ismail Hamamsi, or the biotech colleague, Hisham Sadiq, Gendi, and Afifi, and all?
Hi again, Dr. Wael, Ismail, and
raise your voice or take your mask off, please, Afifi. Yeah,
as long as you can confirm that you can hear me well. It's so good to see Hisham and to see Ismail. Such a dear friend, and he's such a dear friend and a colleague and such a role model to all the young surgeons around the world. And he's always been an extreme help and support to Aswan, to the surgical team, and to the research team here. So it's so good to see him again. One thing I wanted to say about the new building that's happening in Cairo. We've been here for 10 years now. As Ismail said, since the early beginnings, with very few cases being done in 2009, and now for 3 years in a row, we've been doing more than 1,000 cases every year. Well, now there's a lot of human power. The team has grown so much. There's so much talent around the place in Aswan. There's no lack of people. There's no lack of energy and enthusiasm. Thanks to our donors, in part, there's no lack of funds. And my God, there's no lack of patients who are deserving of operations and of procedures. What we lack now is a lot of bed space and a lot of facility. And I really hope with the generous contributions of our donors, we can get there in only a few years' time. And thank you very much, everyone, for watching us.
Thank you, Ahmed. Gendi, Dr. Ahmed Gendi, can you...
Hi, Dr. Wael. It's so good to see so many good people around. Some I haven't seen for years, but thank you all for being here today. It is a sort of a trademark of Profs to gather so many good people around him. So nothing new there. Aswan has always been about the people, so it is by the people, for the people. So we consider partners or supporters as an intricate part of the whole project. This has been the motto from day one. And I think the new hospital is essentially there to further establish this concept. We want to be able to serve more people, as Afifi said, and Dr. Isha and Prof and Dr. Wael and everyone. There's a huge need. There's a lot of unmet demand in terms of either adults or children with different sorts of heart disease. We hope that this is yet another step forward towards serving more people. And again, I'm just extremely happy to see the support grow for this project, which is owned by Egyptians for the service of Egyptian people and hopefully beyond. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Ahmed, and thank you, Ismail and Hisham. Thank you very much. I know you're very busy, and we count on your continuous contribution to Aswan, and get the word out there, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. I think okay, Ismail. I have to apologize for some of the technical glitches. The internet is not carrying all what we wanted to show you, particularly the video streams. For some reason, we tested that several times before, but this is technology for you. Technology needs to catch up with our ideas. So we had a bunch of testimonials and movies that we had ready, but I don't think we will be able to show them. So we will move on to the next session. I'll pass the mic back to Reda, and we will start.
Are going to come on the screen?
We will start to meet with our guests, the first group of guests. And Reda, please take the mic from here.
Just while, can I add something about Ismail Hamamsi?
Yes, please.
It's not just Ismail started to help us, but the treasury of the whole foundation and the trustee who run the financial side is his father. So is not only the son who helped his father been there from the beginning, Muhammad al-Hamamsi, and he is one of the most prudent treasury I ever met, and he proved that he come from Dumyat.
Yeah, and his two brothers as well.
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you very much, Reda. The mic is with you, and take it from there.
Great, thank you very much. And I have to start by saying how impressed I was to see the activities in the building and how much progress is achieved. I just want to make one point. It started end of February. So it started with the Corona crisis, yet the time was used so productively, where we're almost all finished with the foundation. Just fantastic, very uplifting news and uplifting sight to just see it actually like that. And now we need to go back to all our supporters who, without them, none of that could have happened. Without them, the miracles in Aswan that our team is conducting would have been very difficult, the progress in the building and so on. And we're going to go through almost randomly, but I thought we have to start with Osama Hassanein, because the foundation in Egypt, the foundation in the US also started with Osama Hassanein Corporation and advice and so on. Osama is, I'll let him speak for himself, but I want to say he's a technology capitalist. We consider him here بتاع المصريين والعرب، مش من ناحية السن، ناحية الخبرة ومن ناحية attitude and how helpful he is. And now, Osama, you please introduce yourself and tell us a little more about why you're behind us and have been and will always be.
Well, thank you very, very much. First of all, Soha and Rita, even though your husbands are there, but here is a big kiss. Thank you for participating.
Where's Marjan?
She is occupied with some guests,
Okay.
but hopefully she can join us soon. يعني in short, أنا اسكندراني and I used to ride horses في الأهرام and it used to be خوفو وخفرع ومنكورع. النهارده الأهرام for me are يعقوب وإسحاق وأتناسيوس وأبو الهول بقى عبد العال. And the pharaohs are actually the healthcare providers and everyone in the Aswan Center. It has been a privilege to be associated with you, and in particular, your dedication of your life and your passion and your mind to save thousands and thousands of lives really makes you stand up as the most amazing example of Egyptians I have ever known. ربنا يخليكم. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Osama. And let's move to one of our newest supporters, and it's fantastic to start supporting us during this hard times. The last few months have been. Ahmed Abdel Qadir is a local supporter and he's starting new. It's good to see. Hi Marwa. Hi Ahmed. And I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, so I'll turn it to you, Ahmed, to introduce yourself and tell us a little more about the cause you're supporting and why.
Of course. Well, my name is Ahmed Abdel Qadir. Thanks, Rida. Thanks, my dear friend Rida, for inviting me and introducing me to this really amazing community of noble people. I think there's nothing more noble in life than to help save a life, especially if these lives are vulnerable, especially if they are young children. It's one of the things that are I'm really proud, it's a community I'm really proud to be part of. And Ahmed Abdel Qadir, this is my wife Marwa. She will introduce herself in a second. And I'm an AI engineer, AI research scientist. Probably one of the few technologists here. Few people who are not doctors. And yes, I build AI that sort of automates things and replaces jobs. No, seriously, I think AI is one of the things that are gonna help communities be more sustainable, be more equitable. It's one of the things I'm really passionate about. I currently am with Facebook Research. I work on AI and natural language and speech and computer vision. Recently, actually, we did some work on MRI at Columbia University to make it faster. It's called Fast MRI. It's one of the projects we worked on, if you guys heard about it. Thanks to Reda for introducing me to this foundation that I'm really proud to be part of. I'm honored to meet amazing people like Dr. Yacoub. Dr. Osama, of course, has been a mentor and a role model for all of us. Really proud to be with him in the same group, and really delighted to meet others. Amr is here too. Amr is my alumni. I'm actually technically 1 year older than him, so. But really great to be amongst such people. It's an honor, and thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Do we have Makram is online, and I hope he can hear us and he can unmute his. Here he is. Makram Nicholas is from Bel Air, California. He is a board member, and there's a lot I can say about Makram, but I'll let him speak a little for himself. But I want to say one thing, that out of all our board members, he's the one that calls and say, what else do you need and how can I help? And I so much appreciate that. Makram, I hope Shadia is around too.
Shadia next to me.
I'm here.
Oh, great.
I'm
Hi,
here.
Shadia. Hi, Makram.
She always next to
It is honor to meet all of you and Professor. It's really great honor.
My name is Makram Nicholas, you know, and Dr. Magdi Yacoub, I think you changed the world. You changed the world. It's amazing. You really true changing the world. And I'm fascinated with what you accomplished already and what you will accomplish. It's amazing, you know. And I want to thank Dr. Ishaq, and all started by Osama Hassanin. Everything here started by Osama Hassanin. And I want to thank you very much, and I want to continue support. I believe in it. I believe in it 100%. I believe on the cause, and I will continue to do so. And thank you all for a great job that you did. Thank you.
Thank you, Makram. Thank you, Shadia. And great to hear from you. Thank you for taking
Reda, we missed Mrs. Abdel Qadir, Mrs. Ahmed Abdel Qadir. She didn't introduce herself.
Anna, I'm sorry, Marwa Al-Berri, I think. Marwa, would you like to add something?
Yes, please. She wanted to add something, so
please.
Hi everyone. It's an honor to see Dr. Yacoub. I've been inspired by you for so many years. You did the surgery for my cousin like 45 years ago. He had to travel to London for you to do it for him, and you saved his life. And my mom told me growing up that Dr. Yacoub is, the most famous and most amazing doctor in the world. I can't thank you enough for your dedication and what you decided to do for these little kids and for people, and how much you save lives. It's truly an honor to be here today. I've always wanted to thank you for your contribution to humanity. And hi everyone, and thank you for all your amazing work. It was definitely inspirational to look at this building and look at what you do. And we're very glad and happy to be part of this, even just a very little part of what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry for overlooking.
No worries.
That's okay.
No worries.
That's okay.
And both Osama and Ahmed mentioned Amr. Amr Awadallah is an icon of Silicon Valley. He had founded more than one company and with a lot of success. He is has an interesting. He's a visionary, but he also is a technology historian, if you will. And we all, including even my children, enjoy his talks and his recordings. He is currently an executive of Google as of, I guess, 6-7 months ago. And I'm so happy that he's with us now. And Amr, I don't know if we can start.
Can you hear me?
Can you join us?
Yeah, I can't join the video right now because I'm actually sitting in my living room and I have my kids around me and stuff. So if you don't mind, it's without video, but can you hear me fine though?
We can hear you, yeah.
So yeah, thankful to all of you. Very, very happy to be part of this amazing effort and amazing journey that's happening not just in Upper Egypt, but now also in Lower Egypt. Very happy to see all the doctors joining us for this meeting and all the folks that are doing the work on the grounds. So thankful to all of you. And I cannot be more proud to be part of this amazing thank you.
Thank you very much, Am. And let me now go back all the way southeast, actually. Dr. Mahmoud Al-Ouni, and you have not met Professor Yacoub or Dr. Magdi, but at least virtually you see them now. And please introduce yourself, but I would love it if you take a minute and tell
عربي ولا انجليزي؟ عربي ولا انجليزي؟
Magdi, what do people
Mahmoud Al-Ouni, professor of pharmacology at the medical school in University of Alabama at Birmingham. followed Dr. Yacoub مشوار with great interest, especially that some of the villagers in my village have been to the hospital and been treated there. And that's how I got the information about Dr. Yacoub by the acclamation and really praise for his job at the center in Aswan and how the patients were treated there gracefully and with really great respect. And that's how I knew about Dr. Yacoub, since I am living in the state for a long time and I usually visit Egypt for a short period. And then I go to my village and see my relatives there and where I really heard the good comments and good praise for Dr. Yacoub. I wish him the long life and more success. I'm very proud to be an Egyptian with Dr. Yacoub there as the head of this institution.
Thank you very much for your kind words. As you can see, it is a culture in Aswan. You see all the members in front of you, and they believe in what they are doing. And the culture is, as you have just said, is to respect the patient fully, regardless about where he comes from. We know the suffering in Egypt and what is needed there. And the group in front of you are enthusiastic about implementing the spirit of Aswan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yacoub, and really for treating my relatives there, the villager, and for the good job you are doing in Egypt there. You are a great man, and I really proud that I have seen your work and have been acquainted with you, although not personally, but through the internet.
Thank you, sir.
Great. I want to see if Dr. Suad Bahit is around, is available, and can join us. Can I guess she's not. I don't hear her. So I don't know who else managed to get online and is with us. But let's see if Fadi Iyama is here. Can we hear from Fadi? No?
No, Reda, we need to go to the next group, okay? So Fadi is in the next group with Ahmad.
Right. So, I think we finished the first group, except for Dr. Saad. If she joins us later, we can have her join. Are we ready for the next group, or are you able to run a video, or
we
just go through? Yeah. So
the internet at the center is being
a problem.
Yeah. So can we have the next group? Yeah. Maggie.
Yeah. I think that he's
yes,
now. I see Fadi Iyama available.
Yes.
Fadi is hi Fadi. Hi Yasmin. Just a little half a minute, and then I'll turn it to you, Fadi. Fadi is semi-retired from the Orascom. He was one of their executives on the East Coast, and he has been an avid supporter for many years. And now that he's semi-retired, we hope that he'll have even more time and more effort. And I'm so happy that Fadi and Yasmin can join us. So please, you take the mic, Fadi.
Okay, so hi, Professor Yacoub, Dr. Magdi, Reda, Dr. Wael, and everyone. It's an honor for us to be here with you. Actually, let me introduce myself first. Fadi Iyama. We are in Northern Virginia, very close to Washington, D.C. I am a finance guy. I spent 18 years with Orascom, Sawir's family. My wife, Yasmin, is a computer engineer, software engineer. So she's the high-tech side of the family. I'm the money side of the family. Actually, as a family, we have been associated with the Aswan Center for the last 10 years, first in Egypt, and then here in the US when we moved in 7 years ago. And as a kid, I remember that two of my elder cousins back in the late 1970s and early 80s went to England and had an open heart surgery with Professor Yacoub in England, and they came speaking wonders of what has happened, especially that they were both doctors. And if I remember correctly, Professor Yacoub did not want to charge them anything because they were colleagues. So I'm very proud, and I can speak for my wife as well. We are very proud to be associated with this great, fantastic center and initiative, and we look forward to continuing support in whatever form or shape we can do to even expand and build on this great, great humane initiative. Thank you, and it's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Reda, thank you, Fadi. Can I just say, those who get off the screen, please keep with Zoom, because we want to take a very big collective picture with Professor Yacoub at the end. So bear with us and continue. Okay? Yeah.
Yes?
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay, great. So I just want to share one quick thing with you before the team here has to split. They have to go back to their hospital duties. We're sorry for that. But back in 2009, when we started here, there were a lot of doubts about whether we can actually pull this off or not. Obviously, Prof had this sort of coolness and solid belief that this is going to work just fine. We all had our doubts. With the new center, we're not undermining the challenge whatsoever, but we are in a much stronger position. We've now grown a very solid team. We understand exactly what needs to be done, and we are blessed to have a humongous number of supporters around the world. And with the leadership provided by Prof and Dr. Ishaq, I think we're very much on the right track, but I am urging you that there is a lot to be done. Your support is extremely valuable in different sorts and forms, and we do look forward to keeping you updated, and hopefully in less than a couple of years start working in the new center. With that, I'll just say we have to go and tell you thank you very much on behalf of everyone here, and we look forward to meeting each and every one of you in person. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very, very much.
And I just
we have to take a picture.
I really need to speak to the boys at Aswan. It is always a pleasure to see you. I haven't seen any of you for about 8 months. And to tell you the truth, I'm feeling very, very, very sad, because I really love to see you again, and to nobody in the world can appreciate all the hard every one of you does. We are extremely lucky to have a team of young people so motivated, so clever, so intellectual, so dedicated as you are. So basically, Magdi Yacoub Institute or Global is about you, either in Aswan or in the future building. You, the one who really, the frontline troop, you, the one who really producing these figures, and with you, will continue to provide the service. So thank you all from the depths of my heart. I never seen such a fantastic group.
Thank you.
And Dr. Wael and each and every one of our great supporters. We're happy that we're helping the people, and each and every one of us, we're having the best years of our lives helping people. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you soon.
COVID is over, we want to welcome you back in San Francisco.
Yes, we definitely should do that.
Absolutely.
Bye, bye everyone. Thank you. Bye, bye.
Let's move a little south, about 700-800 miles or so, and let me introduce a team that had successfully helped us with the last successful event before COVID. Dr. Ahmed Osman and his better half is, I guess, in Cairo now. Ahlan Jihan. And I'll let you guys take the mic and talk to Professor Yacoub and Dr. Magdi, or ask question or introduce yourself further, please.
Thank you very much for having us join you, but let my better half go on first. Dr. Jihan Saba is a rheumatologist, and I suspect with the 300-bed hospital by the side of the pyramids, you will need a lot of other subspecialties. So I'll speak for her in saying that she will be very happy to come and take care of all the rheumatological issues for many of those patients. Go ahead, Jihan.
Well, I'm very honored to be part of this panel and would like to thank Wael and Rida for inviting me, and Ahmed. I actually would like to congratulate Egypt for its position on the world map and providing cutting edge cardiovascular care to those without resources or voices by the hands of her son, Sir Magdi Yacoub, and his foundation, initially in our beloved Aswan and soon in the beating heart of Egypt. The and your work, Professor Magdi, embodies those fundamental concepts. I definitely agree that excellence is the norm of what you do.
You can see why I wanted her to go first, because she is the better speaker in the family. But I've been privileged to have a chance to work at Aswan. And this started basically a good 6-7 years ago. I've made several trips. I'm a cardiac electrophysiologist, which is the subspecialty of cardiology that deals with abnormal heart rhythms. And I've had the privilege to work with Aswan, with the Aswan team, because I really believe that the most, not only is it just building buildings and cement and concrete that we really need to invest a lot in humanity, in the human factor, which is education, research, local research, and really at the apprenticeship component of what of medical education. Medical education is not just books and textbooks, but there is a lot that has to be instilled directly by direct contact with the future of medical healthcare and delivery of health to the Egyptian people. So I thank you for inviting me today. I look forward to continuing my collaboration, mostly professionally, as hopefully as a mentor to some of the younger generations in my subspecialty, which is really a growing subspecialty, and as Professor Yacoub will tell you, very much expanded in the last 10 years or so, and there's many more things that we can do non-invasively without open heart surgery, that all from sunny South Florida, and I will make everybody else in the US jealous because we have a perennially sunny environment. And I'm going to actually, if you don't mind, well, I'm going to introduce my good friend, Hisham Mahmoud. Mr. Mahmoud has been a very strong supporter of the foundation as well. And he had the pleasure of meeting Professor Yacoub when he came to visit in March. And God, I'm so happy we were able to pull it before all these airports shut down for you. So I am really happy we got to meet you, Prof.
Thank you, Ahmed. And Professor Yacoub, it's a pleasure to see you again. My name is Hisham Mahmoud. I'm the CEO of a company called Boulder. We're a global company on 6 continents, and I'm based in South Florida. And I'm joined by my lovely wife, Dr. Huwaida Ali. Now, she's the medical side. My PhD is in engineering. So as Dr. Magdi Yacoub was narrating the foundation system of the hospital, I was taking very close notes, and I wanted to zoom in on some of the foundation work that's being done, which looked quite impressive. Look, I mean, I'm only going to repeat what many have already said. First of all, I'm very honored, and my wife and I and my entire family were very honored to have the opportunity to spend some time with you, Professor Yacoub. As you know, if you remember, and you've met so many people, when you visited us, I have 4 boys, and 2 of them are in medical school at the moment. And you have made such a wonderful impression on them, just from your comments and just the way that as they looked at your history and your contribution to the world has just been really impactful to them and to all of us. I have to thank my dear friend Ahmed and Jihan for this opportunity to be introduced and to be part of this large support network for the great work that you and the team are doing. And also the work that Wael and Ola have done as well. We're just very impressed with everyone we've met with, and we're honored to be part of that expanded family to support the great cause that you have. As an Egyptian American, I have to say, you know, it is just wonderful to be able to have someone like you as one of the many great role models our great country has produced over its history, and you will, and you are taking your place in history quite prominently for what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shem. Amr, just your picture lit up the screen suddenly. Is there something I know about Yusri, and he has a turn coming, but is there anything, question you have for the professor, or you want
no,
to add
Amr started without a screen. This is what I think. And now,
yeah, that's so it's just
as they say, he's back in the picture.
Yeah, I moved to a different room. I moved to differently. The very key one is this one, and we continue to be big believers in it because you give us so much insight and visibility as much as possible. So that's my ask, is you continue to do that. Make sure that as much as possible, most of the money is actually going towards helping the patients, which I know that's exactly what you're doing, and that's why we're so passionate about working with you. So keep up the great work.
Thank you very much, Amr, and we certainly will. Prof, is there something you wanted to say, or?
I'm really touched by all the feelings and the support, which is, apart from the money, it is just wonderful to have that feeling of support from so many lovely Egyptian people who feel the need for this service to all the people, regardless of who they are, particularly the poor and the needy. Thank you all. I'm really touched.
Thank you very much. And we'll kind of move a little west. Let me introduce Mr. Kamil Halim and Hoda Halim. And just I'm going to say one thing about them and then turn it to them. They have built a museum that became part of the landmarks of Chicago. And it's the first museum for clock pieces, for watches and clocks, and stained glass. And I look forward to being able to see it. But for now, the pictures are very, very impressive. And please go ahead, Camille, and tell us a little more about you and Hoda. Camille, you need to unmute.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to congratulate everybody here on your effort. And Hoda and me are so proud to be part of you and by Dr. Magdi Yacoub. The only thing I want to say to some of the physicians here that I have saved more life when I decided not to go to the medical school when I finished Tawqihi, and I went to engineering school. So this is my biggest achievement. So my family was so mad at me, and I said, I'm not going to do it because I can't do it. So a lot of people were saved. So second thing, we really were going to, we have our museum, Hoda and me, is the most magnificent museum in the world. There are articles written about it in China, in England, in France, all over the world. And we do clocks and glass, the most magnificent art glass. And we have our wisteria room, which has a lowest comfort Tiffany ceiling in the ceiling. It was so magnificent. And we arranged with Wael to do a fundraising in Chicago after Miami. And we were so excited. And then COVID came and canceled it. So Wael, the moment the society opened, we have to do this, and I invite all of you to come. Everybody here has to come in that fundraising. We're in the middle of America and Canada. You can come from Toronto to Chicago in 1 hour. You can come from Miami in 2.5 hours, California in 3 hours. So we want to make a big fundraiser in Chicago to compensate what we have lost.
Yes, but Camille, if we wait for the COVID to end, we will not build the hospital. We need some fundraising now. And then we'll do the Chicago Museum later on. So
exactly.
And thank you very much. You're entirely right. The Chicago event was fully booked, and unfortunately we couldn't make it. So we will do that later on. So see you another. Thank you, Camille.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Hoda, too. And let's stay with the mid. Hi, Hoda. Thank you very much.
Dr. Wael, so nice to see you again.
Thank you.
I want to tell Professor Magdi, as everybody said, we're so proud of you. The new building is magnificent. It's beautiful. And the beating heart in that building would be Professor Magdi and his team, of course. Looking at the pyramids from there, Professor Magdi is going to remember that he is the descendant of a great people from 5,000 years ago. Their achievements stay until today. And you are continuing in this line of unbelievable achievements. God bless you and take care of you, so you contribute more and more to humanity, because you're the perfect example of what it is to be a human being. Thank you.
Thank you. Here.
Thank you very much indeed. I mean, you can see it is a team effort. I'm not on my own. I'm joined by a lot of talented people who believe in the same cause. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, everybody.
Professor.
Now we need to move to the next segment.
Well, actually, we still have a Midwestern group scheduled for this.
Okay.
And this should bring a smile to the Prof's face. We have Nabil and Nardine Grace from Michigan. I hope we can see their picture. And hello. Hi, there you are. Great.
Hello, hi. Hello,
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's Nadreen Grace from Michigan. I'm not in the medical field. I work with a nonprofit organization in Michigan. We had the greatest honor to host Dr. Magdi Yacoub in 2019 as a keynote speaker for our nonprofit organization, and it was the highlight of everything we have ever done in our service in Michigan. We all behind Dr. Magdi and everything he does. We all behind his project, and we support him with everything we have. I have Nabil Grace with me. I'm in Florida. He's in Michigan. But I don't know if Nabil can hear me. And if you want to say hi to his good friend, Dr. Magdi. Nabil Aryan. Well, I guess Nabil is not, he can access the camera or the video, but Dr. Magdi Nabil Grace says hi, and we can't wait to see you again in Michigan, God willing, very, very soon, and God bless you and bless everything you do. We love you so much.
Thank you, Nadine and Nabil, for everything you do and have done. I felt the warmth and kindness towards me personally, but also to the project. And thank you, and really look forward to see you again. Thank you, and all the best.
It looks like Nabil just showed up. Are you available now, Nabil? Can you hear us?
Yes, I am. I'm in Michigan, and it's a great pleasure to see you here today, Magdi. And as Nadreen said, it's a wonderful, wonderful project that you have. And whenever I see you in Cairo or in Michigan, we are behind you 100%. All the physicians here, all the group. So we are so honored and blessed to have you here, Magdi. And rest assured, we are behind you 100%. It's a very impressive project, and certainly we'll continue to do that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nabil.
Great. We now will move to another cluster of supporters. If we can get the third group ready now.
Yes, they're coming in. Yeah.
They are coming in. Great. Thank you.
Thank you all. And
anything you say while they're preparing?
Prof?
Yeah, here. Okay, let me introduce our very good friend, Yusri Helmi, who is the CEO and the founder of IT Works. IT Works is the largest IT organization in the Middle East. Yusri had kindly, his company had helped us build our application Heart to Heart. And I feel like it's the future of fundraising for us. The application is called Heal a Heart, and it's available for any mobile. And I'll turn it to Yusri to speak for a minute or two.
Thank you, Rida. Thank you, Prof. It's really an honor to be here and to be of help to one of the very, very few world-class Egyptian major modern achievements, I should say. Well, IT Works, the team actually did volunteering. I'm only organizing the effort of our engineers and Rida from this side. And our objective, frankly, is to push more emphasis in the coming couple of quarters, I should say, to get a lot more donations done from grassroots to leverage the brand and expand the donor base globally using technology, using the website and the apps. So we're working to add a lot more functionality to the apps to make it an actual fitness app that is used with the Apple Watch. We already built it; it's in beta, and we're hoping that eventually becomes a number that shows on the pie chart of where the donations are coming from. I don't want to take up more of your time, but if anyone can help in any way to help us do that faster, it is a collaborative effort. Thank you so much. And Dr. Ishaq, we met a few years back, Professor Yacoub as well, when you were in California. And it's been an honor, and hope to repeat it soon, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yusri. And I see in the picture now Dr. Hani Ayash. Hani Ayash and Wael have been working on a collaboration agreement between the center and the University upstate in New York. And I'll let Hani, thank you very much, Hani, and I'll let Hani speak briefly about that collaboration and what it will mean to training our young doctors and vice versa.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon. How are you, everyone? I want to introduce first one. Want to say hi to Dr. Magdi. come, Karim. Yes. Say what you want to say to Dr. Magdi.
Hi, Dr.
Hi, Karim.
Thank you. so, so first of all, thank you very much for inviting me, and it's honor to be with you. Really, I love this team, and as I told Dr. Magdi before, when I saw him in New York, why you are doing this, he told me, Hani, it's passion, and I think this is all our passion, and we are all have the same target, and we are all have the same feeling when we are doing something for this center. I am Hani Ayash. I'm a clinical assistant professor in State University of New York, Upstate Medical University, and also I'm a research assistant professor in the critical care research in the Department of Surgery in Upstate, and also I'm an assistant professor in urology in the same university. Also, I'm honored to be also associate professor in Suez Canal University in Egypt till now. So really, it's a great chance that you are doing something not for Egyptian, all of you, or the team. Dr. Magdi is our always the image when we were young people until I became a cardiologist, and also looking to see Dr. Magdi. Really, you are all in our minds, you are all in our hearts. What are you doing, Dr. Magdi, is not for Egypt, it's for all the world. Really. When we talk to my colleagues here in any department, and I told them we are doing cardiac surgery for the kids and for all the people without dollar, then the people astonished. And when I sent Bob Groom to your center, Bob Groom is the director of main medical center of cardiovascular perfusion. He sent me email saying a great words about the center and the state of art. What are you doing there, even in compared to US? So I'm very proud of what are you doing, and what are you doing really. And thanks, Dr. Magdi. Thanks, Dr. Magdi Ishaq. Thanks well that I will be here to talk about this. Our program, as you know, this is a master degree of cardiovascular perfusion, and I think we are pioneers in US in this specialty. We are cardiovascular perfusion and ECMO. And I think when I came here and begin to do something, I contact many people. Some people can contact me to transfer this.
Hani, can I cut you short because we're really short of time? So
yeah. This is so what the target at the end of Dr. Well is we are doing something now to transfer our experience and to become Aswan Medical University to be the first affiliated clinical center all over the world to us to train our students first. Then after Muhammad Abdullah will come and take his master degree, maybe you will be the first institute all over the world, board certified, to teach and to get even degrees in the future for the cardiovascular perfusion and ECMO. And this is, I'm very happy to do this. And we will be behind you. So thank you, Dr. Magdi. Thank you, Dr. Magdi. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, can you pick it up now and talk a minute about P2P and introduce your guests, please?
Yeah, thank you, Rada. As we have the app from Yosri, and as you can see the slide up there. If anybody, please, you can donate through our website or through Heal a Heart app if you're on social media or on our board. I want to go into a new model which we are looking at, which is P2P. We found that many people on Facebook take their own initiative and create events for our benefit. People who we do not know, and we have a group here today.
This event, but we are looking forward to meeting you in person, Professor.
Soon, I hope. And let's move to the last segment of donors, New York, and Joseph, our great ambassador in New York. Can we move to the last segment? Yeah.
Joseph, can you unmute? And
Joseph, can you hear? Here's Joseph. Joseph?
Trying, okay.
There you are.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Prof. Salam, Dr. Magdi Yacoub. Salam, Dr. Wael. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Joseph.
We missed you this year, actually, in New York, September month. Usually we enjoy your company, but unfortunately, because of Corona, we missed you. We're really happy and excited for what's going on in 6 October and the new center and the new location. And we wish everything will go well, and we are sure and confident that it will go well because your intention, your service, your goal and mission is noble, and we will all word that we love.
Hi.
Anthony is here.
Hi, Tony.
Miriam and Sarah was here, but unfortunately,
Hi, Nada. But they left. That's okay. From your group?
I had Dr. Oliver Youssef and Dr. Jan Youssef. They all
good.
Thank you, Aswan Heart Center.